Heartfelt, sociable, humorous, and brave. Of course, these are all great qualities of a person. But today I'm talking about names of paint colors offered by Sherwin-Williams. My name is Nicole Butcher, and I would like to enlighten you on how to paint a room from knowledge that I learned by working at my fiance's company, Endless Painting and Remodeling LLC in Fountain, Colorado. There are 3 steps involved in the process: prepping, painting, and cleanup. First, we will start with prepping. On its website, benjaminmoore.com, is an article regarding interior painting preparation, which states that properly preparing walls for painting is the key to creating a beautiful space. First, we will need to either remove or cover furniture to protect it from paint oozes. They happen to everyone, even the professionals, so you might as well take precautions to take care of it. Second, remove pictures, mirrors, window coverings, and electrical outlets. Third, wash your walls with a mild detergent to remove oily residues. This improves paint adhesion. Allow walls to dry completely before painting. Next, dull glossy areas with fine grit paper, sandpaper, and wipe with tack cloth to remove dust particles. If you choose, now is the time to fill in nail holes with spackle. Remember to use 2 coats of spackle because spackle shrinks when it dries. Lastly, remove loose paint. Now that the preparation is complete, we are ready to move to painting. After you picked your color and your sheen is very important because flat paint does not wipe off very easily. It generally comes off of the wall when you're trying to clean. Satin, eggshell, and semi-gloss are more durable paints. Eggshell is more on the side of flat paint, and then you have satin, which has a little bit of shine to it. It's more cleanable. And then semi-gloss is going to be have a lot more shine to it and very much more cleanable. Meant more for kitchens and bathrooms. And then gloss is going to be very hard to clean, or very easy to clean, meant more for trim. Now that you've picked your color, we will begin painting. According to the broadcast on SherwinWilliams.com, under Just for Starters video, titled How to Paint, states that the correct order for painting is ceilings, walls, and then finally trim. You will need a 2.5-inch angled brush, and then you will begin cutting in and framing around the ceiling. That means that you take the brush, dip it in the paint about 1 inch. You don't want very much on your brush. This is important. Do not wipe your brush off. You want to dab your brush just a little bit on the side so you don't drip things all across the floor. Put the brush as close to the edge of the wall as you can, between the wall and the ceiling. You want to drag your brush in one direction. Do not go back and forth. You're not painting a fence. You're being very precise. This is now called your wet edge. Once you have about 4 feet of a wet edge across, then you want to use a roller and start rolling the ceiling from that wet edge out to the middle, about 2 feet or so. Continue cutting and rolling the rest of the area. Next, around the perimeter. Then, after you get the perimeter all rolled all the way around your room on the ceiling, then you want to roll the center of the room. And you need to roll the center, you need 2 coats on the ceiling. Next, you'll use another 2.5 inch angled brush and you'll cut in or frame the walls in the same fashion and procedure you did the ceiling using your wall color. Then you use the roller and roll the paint onto the walls just like you did the ceiling. You also need 2 coats on this. Finally, it's time to paint the trim. However, you need to wait until the walls are dry. There are 2 ways to approach trim painting. Freehand, which I cannot do, but some can, or taping off surfaces that you do not want painted. That's the one I choose. After selecting your method, start with the tops of doors and windows first and work your way down. This will allow you to remove any runs as you go. Paint baseboards last. As the paint is drying, it is time for our final step, clean up. To clean paintbrushes, you'll need to use a wire bristle brush and take the wire bristle brush and clean off any dried paint on the brush. Then dip the brush into a 5-gallon bucket full of water. Do that several times. Dump the 5-gallon bucket out, tip it back, fill it back up with water, and do that several times, the same process several times until the water is clear. Tap your brush on top of that 5-gallon bucket rim. That'll fluff the bristles back up. Hang your brush upside down to dry. And then once it's completely dry, put it back in the original package it came in. That keeps the shape of your brush. On August 28th, 2015, Chris Berry, also known as the Idaho Painter, who has owned and operated B&K Painting for 14 years, broadcast a YouTube video about how to clean paint rollers. This video is very informational and it's great to get the full picture of the video, so I hope you can watch it sometime. I'm going to give you the easy version. What he does is he takes a paint roller, a 5-gallon bucket, and a hose with a concentrated squirting attachment on it. He puts the roller inside the 5-gallon bucket. You take the squirting attachment and you aim it directly at the roller. The roller begins to spin and he moves the hose across the roller. As this roller spins because of the force of the water on the roller, and that automatically cleans out the roller. It's so awesome. Finally, proper paint disposal is very important. Paint is considered a hazardous waste and cannot be thrown away in household trash. There are many other places to dispose of unwanted paint. Here in Colorado, there is a place that recycles paint for free. That fee is considered part of your new paint purchase, and it's already added on to your receipt. You can recycle paint that is even 30 years old. If you need to harden or absorb a paint, you can buy a commercial product at your local hardware store to do so, or you can just use kitty litter. In conclusion, I hope after my speech today that you feel more confident about preparing, painting, and cleaning up after painting a room. You should know that with painting, the possibilities are endless.